1.5 times larger, but it is more intricate on the horse's head, and it's in 3 dimensions. Things we have going for us are the crew cut their teeth, so to speak, on that face up there, so they've got a better skill level. We're going to try a different finishing technique. Instead of using the flame finish technique with that supersonic torch, we're going to try a 50,000 psi water jet.
Is that how they finish it?
That's how they finish it.
High pressure and fire?
High pressure and fire.
Huh.
Yeah, high pressure. It's like power washing your deck only to 3,800 degree But that sonic torch, they call it, has enough pressure that it literally blows all the loose crap off. And then the flame heats it to the point where it's momentarily slightly plastic texture. It certainly doesn't liquefy it, but it almost glazes the surface. Makes it nice and smooth and impermeable.
The features are just amazing. I like that thing, isn't it?
And the other advantage we have going for us, we don't have to do hand measurements anymore. That face was made with the old pointing technique of throwing a boom on that horizontal ring up there, dropping a plumb bob, then back measuring all the measurements that were made by hand on the sculpted model itself. Almost 9,000 data points, 9,000 measurements Korczak did on his scale model. And all those were recreated by a factor of 34 up on the face. You know, we've got the sculpture itself is digitized. It's put into a CAD-based line software planning system. So we can call that mountain up with the sculpture superimposed within it on a level-by-level basis, cross-section of plan, or even in 3 dimensions. You can see exactly where we are on any point of the current surveyed faces with respect to where the sculpture is. You throw all those things together, you throw them into a pot, jiggle them around, and the number that comes out at me is about 35 years. Yeah, plus or minus maybe 3 years for the horse's head. Somewhere in that ballpark range. And that's all based on the current crew capabilities and factoring up maybe 1.5 times what they're capable of doing.
What do they estimate that cost?
Total cost of the mountain so far, current as of last week, is just over $25.3 million. Now that's pretty. We have fairly high costs out here. I mean, our costs are probably on the order of $10 to $12 a ton for rock moved. You know, the big mines in Nevada, for instance, are moving material at $1 a ton. And it's all due to scale. The equipment we use really isn't matched terribly well for some of the overburden removal work that we're doing. So it is costly on a cubic yard. Now, when you think about that 25.3 million, to put that into perspective, Korczak, when he started this project, after he'd been out here for 4 years, he had spent all his life savings on it. His net worth was less than $200 in the early 50s. He was about as broke as a person can be and still survive. Imagine a congressional representative coming along and saying, you know, I can get you $10 million of funding, congressional appropriation, sign here. And I promise another $10 million later, sign here again. $20 million in the 50s? You know, invest that, turn the interest, and that would have driven this project probably forever. And he had the stones to say, you know what, you can take it and you can show it. Yeah, we're going to do this on our own. Doesn't matter if it takes longer, we're going to do it on our own. We're going to make sure it gets done right, and keep it in the family. It would have been awful tempting though. Yeah. Real tempting. I can't imagine turning it down. I tell you.